Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is your Maker 2199, bringing you guys another commentary. Today, I want to talk to you guys on how or what I'm going to be doing to prepare for Gears of War 4. Now, before we get into the topic, I just want to give you guys a little background on the gameplay here. This is the one-shot playlist that they recently put up. It's one of my favorite playlists because, as you guys know, if you can follow my channel, I love sniping, and this is where I actually hone my skills. Although I'm not an entirely great sniper, as you guys are about to see, this is where I get most of my practice and how I, become a better player. Now, there's a few things that I want to address here. I'm not sure exactly what's about to come up here on the gameplay, but I saw a lot of people camping, and it's quite normal because of the nature of the game. You know, you're sniping and you're not really supposed to rush. But the other thing that I saw a lot of people doing, which I usually hate and usually don't do, was them spamming the B button, the melee button. And I just hate that because instead of them actually, using their skills like that guy right there. We won this match, and some of these guys from my team, they weren't really sniping all that great. They kept on just using that B button, and it's kind of silly. It's stupid that you would get into a sniper playlist and not even snipe, I know the win's important, but it's not that important, Having fun is better, I guess, than having to win every game. And I'm not like talking trash about my teammates because people from the other team were using it as well. And it really did piss me off to see how many people were using the B button. So I decided to use it as well. If you guys see me using the B button, it is out of frustration, not because I was, trying to only use the B button or whatever. I know it's gonna sound a little like hypocritical, me talking trash about these people using B button, and I used it a few times as well, but it was just frustration, so I'm not like completely, it's a part of the game, but and I'm against it because I would rather play against somebody with skills and to get my butt kicked by somebody that doesn't know how to play the game and only spams the same button. You guys that have played Gears of War know how unfair it is to go against the guy that spams B all the time. It's like nearly impossible to kill him. Or people that use the chainsaw. They'll chainsaw you from a mile away. But anyways, enough with the little rants. Let's get to the topic of the commentary, which is what I'm gonna be doing to prepare for Gears of War 4. My biggest tip right now, but I'm having issues doing this, is to play Gears of War 3 whenever you're using the shotgun without actually aiming or scoping in, because I felt that on the beta at least, the Gears of War shotgun felt a lot like the Gears of War 3 shotgun. It wasn't as weird and as whack as this shotgun, as I mentioned in other videos. So the best way to get your shotgun down will be to play Gears of War 3. Now I'm having issues with the connection, like the servers or whatever. Every time I put Gears of War 3, I'll be able to play it for a while. Then it just disconnected me. And then I have to delete the whole game, reinstall it or whatever. It's extremely frustrating. And that brings me to my next point. So what I've had to do to actually hone my shotgun skills using Gears 3 is going into a private match. And it's kind of weird to me that a lot of people don't talk about this anymore, whether it's Call of Duty or Gears of War. Back in the day when I started playing, you would see a lot of YouTubers recommend people to play against bots on a private match to hone their skills as a warm-up before they hit online. And that's what I've been doing right now with Gears 3 because of the issues I'm having with the network. I know that a lot of you guys are not gonna like the idea of going into a private match and playing against bots, but if you guys actually give it a try, go into a private match, and if it's too easy, increase the level of difficulty. You guys will be quite surprised how hard it can be to play against bots, and it'll force you guys to play better. Another thing that I've done is I've actually changed the weapons that spawn on the map to snipers or boom shots, whatever it is that I'm trying to get better. That way when I actually go into an online match, I'm a lot better at that weapon and it's not a waste. Because one of the most important things in Gears of War is getting those power weapons but using it effectively. If you can't use it, it's a waste, and you should let a better player handle that weapon and get the kills, because it is a team effort. The other thing that I've been doing is just playing a lot of Gears Ultimate, and that is, although I had some lag back there, I haven't really been having issues with this game, and Gears is gonna be Gears. The basic and the core mechanics are there, so just getting that wall bounce, being able to snipe people, or that movement in game, map awareness, that is actually really important as well. So when I'm playing Gears of War Ultimate, this one is just for fun, but when I'm playing Gears of War Ultimate, Team Deathmatch or whatever, I'm actually practicing on my wall bounce and my movements, my aim. I know that Gears 4 is going to be a little bit different than this one, but still, it's good practice to have that wall bounce down, to be unpredictable. That's the most important thing when you're gaming. You don't want your opponent to be able to predict your movement. So yeah, we were having trouble there killing that guy. It was extremely frustrating, and he meleeed, so I'm glad I got that kill and saved my teammate at the end, although it didn't really matter. But yeah, to get back to the subject, just wall bouncing and stuff, getting all of that movement ready, making sure that I'm able to do what I want to do, that's the most important part, I think, in Gears, and I don't think any Gears of War game has been different. The moving through cover, wall bouncing and everything has practically been the same. The way that you play against opponents or whatever, most people have been playing the game the same way since it came out. Just little minor differences here and there, but for the most part, Gears has been the same from what I can tell. So I wouldn't be too worried that there's gonna be too many changes. I know there's newer weapons like the drop shot and the buzzkill, which are definitely gonna change the game a little bit, but the way you move throughout the map, the wall bouncing, the master shotgun, the one shot or whatever, the snipers, they're gonna be mostly the same. And I am really excited to see how these new weapons hopefully change the map. This is what I'm talking about right here. I meleeed that guy, and that was the same guy from I think the other round that we couldn't kill. But I was just tired of his crap because they kept on meleeing every single match. I played a few matches with them before this one, and it was a melee playlist instead of a sniper playlist. But yeah, I'm really excited to hopefully see if the drop shot or something really changes the game a bit, because you do get tired of the same, and I don't know, I'm ready to see something change, to hopefully push players, or to discourage some type of game styles, like all of these guys camping here. If you had a drop shot, I'm pretty sure you could have taken them out a lot easier than with this sniper. But yeah, I think it's gonna be really fun. The game looks super balanced. I'm just excited. And now for the last part of the video, I know I went off on a tangent, but for the last part of the video, I just want to focus on a commentary that I started on my last upload, which was on a Call of Duty gameplay. And I was talking about school, and I didn't really get my entire point across, so I wanted to finish that on this video too, for those of you who have been following my channel. I didn't just leave you guys without without actually telling you guys what I was trying to get to. So I was talking about school, and I just gave you guys some of the examples of the workload that I have and how like overwhelming it actually is. But the purpose of it isn't to like discourage none of you. I'm hoping younger guys that are thinking of going to college but not actually enrolling. The purpose is to actually encourage you guys, but for you guys to be better prepared, I guess. Because as I mentioned back in that other video, when I was going to college, nobody like told me what to expect. And the people that did tell me like, oh, you should expect whatever, for the most part they told me it's gonna be easy, you know? And it really wasn't. They told me like, oh, it's gonna be just like high school, just a little bit harder or whatever. But it really isn't, you know, it's completely different. You need to know how to manage your time, and you know, you also have to work. Some of us have to go and work while we're going to school, and the workload is really tough, but it's doable. If I can do it, anybody can do it, you know. I've had a hard time doing it, but I'm almost at the end, which I'm really glad. But yeah, I just want to let you guys know that you will have a lot of work. You're gonna have to adapt, but it's worth it, you know. I've seen many of my friends, almost every single one of my friends, and I'm telling you this on pure experience. Most of my high school friends and, you know, elementary whatever friends, which I had a bunch of them, none of them went to college. Most of them actually dropped out from high school, and their life isn't what they planned when they were younger, or that anybody would imagine. You know, you wouldn't wish for somebody to have to struggle through life like they've had to just because they decided to drop out of high school. And I wouldn't want none of you guys to be on that same boat. And the other point that I was trying to make is that even though teachers are going to tell you that they're going to help you out and they're going to give you, you know, an easier workload because of whatever, like I was giving the example of Labor Day, that isn't true. They're just lying to you, like straight to your face. They're not helping you out. They know that they're giving you more work than you can handle. They're doing it on purpose, because if you can pull through it, you can pull through anything. So they're trying to get you guys prepared for anything that's going to be thrown at you. But yeah, they're very, very unrealistic, and they expect too much. They know that you guys have things to do, you guys have work other than school. Mostly responsibilities if you have your family already and stuff like that. And they really don't care. They're gonna make your life a living hell, like most of them, as long as they can, and it's quite terrible. But then at the same time, you know, you do get a lot of benefits from going to school, and I personally think it's worth it, you know. I don't know you guys, I don't know your situation, you know, your status or whatever, so if you're not super rich like I am not, I would recommend you guys to go to school. You know, that's the best way to make a better living and not have to work as much as those that didn't. But yeah, that doesn't mean that people that don't go to school don't get good jobs, but for the most part, if you go to school, you do better. Thank you guys, that's it. Comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.